So in the last video I posted, when I talked about stop wasting money on shipping, somebody commented a very, very good question. When you sell something on eBay, should you sell it as a buy it now or an auction? I have some insight on that, but there really isn't any right or wrong answer. I just have some thoughts and opinions on it that I'm going to share with you right now. So selling as a auction or buy it now, there's some pros and cons to it. And the pro to buy it now is you set the price and you get that price. So if you set it for 20 bucks, you're gonna get 20 bucks. Selling at auction, you don't know what you're gonna get. So if you listed something at $20, you may get a bid, you may get 5 bids, you may get 100 different bids, which means you get more than $20. You make more money that way. So wouldn't you want to list everything at auction? Well, I would say no. And again, that's my personal opinion. I would not list everything at auction. So for example, I've got 2 items here. First thing up is I got this Star-Lord toy box figure from Disney. Pretty cool figure. Still can get it in the store. It's still a new thing. Second item, I got this vintage Star Wars 12-back. This is the Sand People or Tusken Raider. Pretty stinking rare figure that you can't get anymore. How should you list these? Would you list these as a buy it now or an auction? Or which one would you think you would get more money for if you were to list it for auction or buy it now? Which one do you think would be a better fit? That's what you have to determine for your stuff. This guy right here, a new item in the stores you can still go and purchase. This you can't really get. It's a collector's item. So if you were trying to maximize your profits for each in particular item, you want to get the most out of it that you possibly can. So if a buyer can go out and buy something anywhere, that is your competition. Your competition is all of the stores, the internet as well. If it's an item that is a collector's item that you can only get pretty much only online, so half of your competition is gone. It's just on the internet. So you have something that's a little more rare, a little more hard to come by, which means you could potentially get a little more money for it. And another point is, if it's still something that's currently in the stores that you can get, people are going to be after the best deal possible. They want to get it for the cheapest that they can. Now granted, that's how everyone thinks about every item, but people will pay a little bit more for something that's harder to come by. So this Star-Lord figure right here isn't rare. You can go get it anywhere. I think he's retailed for like 12, 13, maybe 15 bucks, somewhere around there, I can't remember. So this isn't rare. So if you were to list this, you're not gonna get full retail for it. You would get less because people are after a good deal, and paying full retail plus shipping, it's not a good deal. So you would probably get $10. You'd have to ask free shipping if you were to try and sell this. Now, if you were trying to list this as an auction, you would get way less for it because, again, people are after a really good deal. So you would probably have to start this at 99 cents, maybe $5, and you would probably get 1 bid, maybe 2. You would get less than what you paid for it, and it just wouldn't work out very well as auction. So this would be a great item to sell as a buy it now. So this guy right here, this is a more rare, hard to come by type item. Now this you could do both. Auction, it can go any direction. It could go for more than what you want for it, or it could go for a little bit less or right around what you want. The benefit to listing it as a buy it now, you get your money instantly. So if you wanted $100 for it, you get the $100 in your pocket and you ship it off. It's a lot faster. Auctions, you set a set amount of time, usually it's 7 days, and you have to wait for it to go up. And people typically do not bid until the last day, the last minute, because they're trying to get the cheapest possible. But people tend to get in bidding wars, and it could raise the price up higher than what you originally were wanting for it. Now, if I were you, I would maybe consider selling this as an auction, not a buy it now. You could get a little bit more money for it because of how rare it is. So if I were you, I would consider maybe looking into selling this as an auction just because of how rare it is. You could market it in all the socials that you're in, saying that this is going to be going up for sale. But me personally, I tended to stay away from auctions just because I don't like waiting. I'll set the price, and what can happen is if I set it for $10 million, somebody could email me and make an offer. And that's another thing you could do as well. If you're selling on eBay, you could say $10 million or best offer, and people will submit your offers. But if I had to choose between one or the other as an auction versus buy it now, this one I would put up for auction over the Star-Lord figure. So the exact comment was, sorry I'm blanking your name. I tried finding the comments. It was on Facebook. Apologize, I can't find your name, can't find the posting. He was wanting to try and sell an Xbox on eBay, and he didn't know if he should list it as a buy it now or an auction. And I would say for an Xbox, it's still a brand new thing. You can go out to the stores and buy one. It's not rare, it's not a collector's item. People are gonna be after the best deal possible. So if you put that up as an auction, it may tend to stay down on the lower end because people don't want to overpay for one of those. If you set the buy it now price for what you are wanting for it, you're guaranteed what you want for it. I mean, if you sell it, that is, and you're happy, everybody's happy, they bought what they wanted. I mean, to be honest, there really isn't a wrong way of doing it, but if you're trying to get the most money for it, I would take into consideration a few factors. One being, is it rare? Is it still in the stores you can go buy? Or is it a collector's item? Those are really the things you gotta keep in mind. Collector's items tend to fetch a little bit more of a price, so you could throw it at an auction and people would be nibbling at it trying to buy it. But then again, people are trying to get the best deal possible. So again, there's really not a right or wrong way of doing it. I tend to steer clear of the auctions and just set my buy it now price. So hopefully that answers some of your guys' questions about this. I tried to be, it's kind of a hard thing to explain because there really isn't a right or wrong answer to this. So if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And also consider becoming a Geeks Plus member. I post a lot of extra tips, behind the scenes videos. I send out tangible items monthly to you guys and much more over there. So consider checking that out. There is a link in the description below. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now get out there, sell some stuff, make some money. Woo, quit making money for your boss. Work for yourself. I'll see you in the next video, guys.